This is Les from Wooden Ship's Inner Journeys. Thanks for finding my channel. Thanks for joining me. My channel is all about helping you find your path, keep you excited on your path, find ways to move you forward on your path, and just enjoy your path. So today's reading is going to be for the dark moon. It's coming up on this Thursday. And so the dark moon, if you don't know what it is, it's the night before the new moon. This is the one day of the month that the moon is actually itself. Normally, when you see the moon shining, it is the reflection of the sun. So it's really not the moon itself. It's more of a reflection off of the sun, off the moon. But this dark moon is really the moon showing its true self. And so let's see what kind of guidance and information the dark moon would like to give us at this time. And if you notice somebody wiggling here, my cat Rebel wanted to come and join us. So we'll see how she does, because she's been playing with the Ogham. So what I use is oracle cards, some tarot cards, the Celtic Tree Ogham, and the Elder Futhark Viking Runes. So I've already drawn the spread, because it takes a little time to do it. And so the first place we'll start is this arrow here. So this arrow, I spinned I'll show you my little stone of directions. And it said that the energy or the place to look forward is in the direction of northwest. So what this means is pay attention to the direction of northwest. North is air, west is water. So a kind of a combination of the two. This is January, so it is a wintry time. So water and air kind of combines to make snow, other kind of hail and sleet. So it's more of a quiet time, more of a internal time, being cozy in your home and enjoying the weather from inside, or going out and braving the weather, but still being connected to nature. So watch what comes to you from the northwest. Meditate in that direction. See what's coming to you. Maybe travel in that direction, take a walk in that direction. This was actually the same direction we had last for the beginning of the year, if I recall. I don't remember now, but I had drawn something for the northwest, and I had actually found northwest of me was a beautiful stone circle. So it was like, oh, cool. So watch for something cool to come upon looking from the northwest. Okay, so right up here we have 3 Celtic Tree Ogham. The first one that I drew it's like 2 X's, and this is Ing. And Rebel's getting a little too frisky. Can you sit down? Sit down and relax. Okay. She was totally enjoying these Ogham before we started to record. So Ing is all about kind of 2 things. Ing represents the moon. So that's very interesting that we're doing a reading for the dark moon, that it comes up. So it's all about connecting to the moon, finding a deeper connection, enjoying the connection, being with the dark moon. It's showing who you are to others too. So within the moon, showing more of yourself. Don't hide behind the shadows. Don't hide behind the reflection of the sun. Really, show people who you're comfortable with, who you are. So that's kind of interesting. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I had to sneeze. I think that was all Rebel's fur. Okay, the next Ogham that came up was Isa. And Isa is about the cold and the ice. It represents winter, which is perfect because that's exactly where we are. And it represents a lake, frozen, solid, no, looks all quiet and no movement, but underneath everything is still going on. There's the current, there's fish, there's the plants that grow there. So it's all about just right now taking the time on the surface to really be ready for when the spring comes, when that thaw comes, and then you can get moving. So it's kind of a quiet time now, another time to kind of rest and relax. The next Ogham that came out is Hagalaz. You can see that. It's like an H. And Hagalaz is the rune of disruption. So at this point, there may be some disruption that maybe you would like to take a little break, but you're not allowed to because, you know, your work is calling to you. That you may have to put some things in order, finish a few things so that you can have that time to find that little me time, just a little time to relax at this time of the year. It just would be wonderful. Okay, so then the first card I drew, and these are the Raven Oracle cards, and it came up in reverse. You can see that. See, over here is better. Oh, there it is. And so what it is in reverse, it says stepping away, and it's there's no numbers on these. So stepping away, and there's this woman leaving. There's a stag in the background, and she's kind of moving out of the forest. So with this card, and it's in reverse. So normally it would be, you know, releasing something, moving away for something. But this is saying that no, that you do not need to move away. You should stick it out and figure out, you know, whatever you need to do. There's the Oghams are talking of a rest, connecting to the moon. So this is saying that whatever is going through in your life right now, settle down, buckle down, and really figure it out so that you can then release it and move forward. Okay, over here we have the Ogham. And so this first one that came out, this one is, and it's in the upright position, this one is, vine, gort. And so the vine is all about a decision. Which way do you want to go? There's vines that grow on beautiful cottages that are all the rows, all the vines all in a row. Or else there's the creeping Charlie that goes crazy and goes all over the place and kind of goes where it wants. So first off, for both of them, you need a strong root system. So this is kind of talking about, with this card here too, about stepping away, about having a strong root, a strong heart, a strong perseverance to get things done. So and there's two ways you can do it. Either, you know, settle down and get all your ducks in a row, get all those vines equal, or still you could, you know, do it kind of crazy and just really jump in and do this piece, that piece, and that piece. So whatever the task is that needs to be completed, see which way of those ways works best for you. This is the alder tree, and it's also in the upright position. And the alder tree is kind of the same principle. The alder tree grows along the rivers, and so it has to be have a very strong root system to be able to survive the rivers overflowing, the muddy, the marshy lands. So it is about growing those deep, good roots, being strong. This is also about intuition and inner knowledge and connecting to spirit. This card here was very spirit driven. There's a stag that is just very in the misty, very in the background. So there is, with this one, a little bit of a connection. Connect up, you know, do a little journey to connect to your spirit guides. Talk to your spirit guides within this time of rest to kind of you know, have fun. I think this is calling for a little fun time to really grow and move forward. And this last Ogham, this is the apple tree, and this one is actually in reverse. So this one is all about learning. Of course, the apple is the apple of knowledge, the bite of knowledge. So it is about continuing learning. So maybe something with this alder tree, with intuition, you're going to come upon something, some nugget that's really going to help you move forward at this time through this dark moon to kind of be yourself. Whenever I get a reverse, I always like to pull one more upright. So let's see, get a little more information about this. And what came up was the elder tree. Okay, that's interesting. So the elder is just like it says, to be the elder, to really use what you know already, live what you know already, exude to people, like Ing was saying with the moon, to show your true self, to show people, you know, what you know, who you are, all the wonderful things that you've experienced. So, okay, so that's quite lovely. This card here, this is the Witch's Oracle deck, and this is kind of like what magical tool might be of use to you. And so if you can see that, it is a book. So it says Book of Shadows, Experience, number 41. So 4 and 1 goes to 5, which is change. You know, things need to change. And we were just talking about sharing your knowledge, being the elder, knowing what you know. So, you know, dig deep into yourself, to your book of shadows, to your ancient knowledge, to what you have learned, and use that experience to move forward, at this time, and really enjoy the black moon, because it is kind of a lovely time. Okay, we have here now a spirit animal, and this is just amazing that the wolf came up. If you watched my videos from this year, this is just cool. Kind of a synchronicity, which I really love. For each of the readings, the wolf card came up. And I actually have the other wolf card that was in the other readings to kind of show you when I saw that came up. And that is just beautiful. So the wolf is really helping us through this year, is beginning this year. It's showing us the path through the forest, the path through the deep snow, the path which way to go, but it's also been connecting to a community, being part of a group. And so, and each wolf in the family has a separate set position within their community. So, you know, where's your position within your community? What do you need to share? Are you happy with your position? Or do you need to kind of fight for it a little bit, and to make sure you are where you need to be? This is an earth sign, so it is all about connecting to the earth, which is quite beautiful, being solid and steady, and just like living the instinct, living what you know down deep is what you need to do. Let's see what archetype wants to come up, and this archetype card came up, and this is the child wounded. This is interesting. So with the light attributes, it says awakens compassion and desire to serve others, wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. And if it's a shadow attribute, blames all dysfunctional relationships and childhood wounds, resist moving on through forgiveness. So we're talking about showing your true self, being who you are. So maybe part of that is letting go. Maybe there's some ways you react from childhood that are not serving you anymore. Maybe it's time to look at those reactions and let them go. Change, evolve to this wonderful elder here that you know who you should be, and you just have to do it. And I have 4 tarot cards here. This one is the Anna Monday tarot cards, which are just one of my favorites. And so this is very interesting that we have 3 sword cards and we have 1 wand card. And so obviously it's very much about the mind, about thinking, about feeling what you think, versus the cups, which is emotions. So the first one that came up was the 7 of swords, and this is swords piercing a raven. It refers to a raven, and so the raven is a very curious, very interested animal bird. It's always looking for different things, always moving forward, always onto the next adventure. And so with the 7, which with the swords is, you know, moving forward, letting things go, finding that mystery, finding that excitement, fighting the right fight. So with this one is, you know, really pay attention to within your mind, excuse me, what is, you know, what can you leave behind? What can you purge and let go? Then the 5 of Swords came up, and this one is all about, oh, look who's coming here. Rebel, 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 don't go by that fire. No, your booty here. There you go, come and sit by me. Come and sit, sit. Okay. Sorry about that. She just was having so much fun sitting here. Okay, so the 5 of Swords is all about changes, you know, changing. Are you, you know, doing the right fight? Are you presenting the right perspective to people? You know, are you coming across too prickly? So again, within the Swords, all about your mind, kind of at this dark time, a time to kind of relax and think about things, and then just really see where you want to go at this time. What's calling to you? And then of course here comes the 10 of Swords. The final could be a betrayal, but it doesn't feel like a betrayal. It feels like, okay, that's it. You know, I'm done with this. It's all done. Okay, I've been through the whole thing, and now it's time to let it go. So that's kind of the energy I'm feeling from this card. It's with all this sword energy, all this thinking. Once you take that time to rest and think about it, I think you're going to find your way. And then it comes out beautifully, because here comes the King of Wands, and this I think this looks like a wolf. I think this is a wolf, which is fantastic. Yeah, he's a wolf. And so the King of Wands has got it all together, knows how to get things done, knows what needs to be done, knows how to get it done and where to get it done. So with all this little travel, this little investigation, this little following your path, I think we're all going to figure it out at the end, and then we'll move forward into the next month. I wanted to show you too, Rebel had grabbed one too, so this one is actually Tyr, the spiritual warrior. So this was in a rune here. She was playing with it before we started, and I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting. That's the one she grabbed. And Tyr is the spiritual warrior. So that's about really being true to what you believe. Be true to yourself, true to your principles, true to what you love. Just really, you know, living the truth, living your truth. So I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry Rebel was here, but she was interested, right? All right, you wanted to come and see everybody. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope this is good information for you. Please like, subscribe, share. Please leave me some comments. This would be really great. I'd love to hear it. And looking forward to seeing you the next time. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.